Hi, I'm Fletcher Rhoden, and today's pet peeve is mucus. Well, Pet Peeves is brought to you by my website, FletcherRhoden.com. That's where you can find links, such as the one to my Amazon.com author page. That's where you can buy my books. I got a lot of them in paperback or for Kindle, or most in audiobook format. There's also a link in my website to my Spotify artist page. That's where you can download my records. I got a lot of those too. In 2024, I made a 4-album set called Quadrilogy. And in 2025, I have a brand new pop album called I'm Possible. Now you can download these albums from Spotify or from anywhere on the internet where you like to download your favorite music. If you download your favorite music, you can download mine. But at my website, FletcherRhoden.com, there's free music that you can get there and there only. So check it out. Okay, today's pet peeve. Funny thing about pet peeves, sometimes they're very diverse and particular. Sometimes they're very widespread and commonly shared. Nobody loves screaming children on an airplane, right? Almost so that it's not a pet peeve. It's like nobody likes it. Some things, some people can deal with and they don't care. It all depends. That brings this show some variety. Today's pet peeve is mucus. Now, it's something we all have. You need mucus. It lubricates your throat, your nasal passages. Without it, you'd be bleeding. Your sensitive tissues would be dried out and they'd be chapped and bleeding. And your sensitivities, the sensitivities of your throat and of your lungs and of your nasal passages. And, mucus is part of your body. It's one of the gross parts, but it's a part. And it's not that I don't want to have any mucus. I don't mind a reasonable amount of mucus. Who does? That's like corruption. You need a little bit of it to keep the wheels moving. But too much of it is no good. Now, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's quite dry. So the body tends to create mucus to combat the dryness, to keep the sensitive inner tissues protected. Okay, great. I'm happy for that. But I don't love waking up and coughing up a big ball of mucus. That's gross. I hate starting the day with I hate that. I gotta blow my nose, and then I gotta cough up a big honking honker. It's gross. You know what I hate? Watching people go and they shoot it like a projectile. I never learned how to do that. And just having that blob of crap on my tongue, where my taste buds are, makes me want to vomit. I hate that. It's gross. I just, and I can't do the, I just have to cough, gag, 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 and then it's gross, Mucus is gross. Mucus is what makes boogers, they're gross. I know you need mucus, but do you need to see it? Do you need to interact with it? Can't it be one of those things like cartilage, where you never really ever touch it? Your eyeball. You almost never touch your eyeball. Never. And an eyeball almost never touches another eyeball. Have you ever thought of that? It's true. What's the one place on your body you cannot touch with your tongue? The one place on your body which is impossible to touch with your tongue. Keep in mind that there are contortionists who can bend around and lick their own butts and lick their own anything, just about. But what's the one thing on your body your tongue cannot reach? The back of your own head. Okay? So, it's not like we're a bunch of lizard people going, with our tongues. Why do we have to be inundated with our own mucus all the time? I just don't like hearing it. I don't like tasting it. I don't like feeling it. I don't like it. And I don't like hearing other people deal with their mucus either, or hawking or spitting it, or snorting it, or hearing people blowing their nose. You ever hear somebody blowing their nose in public, like at a movie theater? God, it sends chills up my spine. And it's, the person can get up and get out. Go to the bathroom and do that if you have to, but they're not going to. No, they have to see Barbie talk to Ken. No, they have to see what King Kong and Godzilla are going to do next. Then blow your nose before you come into the movie theater, or guess what? If you're so filled with mucus, you can stay home. But don't bring that mucus volcano to me. Now, I'm not like a germaphobe. I'm not. Most people who know me know that I'm actually quite casual about some things, and because I'm a fella, and we're not known for being fastidious. Some men are. I'm not one of them. I try to be tidy. But there are just some things. And it's not that I'm afraid I'm going to catch a disease from it. I don't think if you blow your nose that I'm going to get COVID from you. So relax on that. I don't care about that. It's just gross. It's just the sound of it. Bubbly, scrubbly, bleh. And then when it's in me, even worse. I mean, I rarely hear people blow their nose. When I do, I don't like it. But when I have to do it, it's just, get this crap out of my head. Why is this pudding from hell in my head? And I live in the desert, so I wake up, I gotta every morning. I don't love it. Now, what about you? Are you one of those people from college? I went to college in Boston for a while, and man, these Boston guys were hawking loogies all over town. Maybe you're one of them. And you say, yeah, that guy's he can't even hawk a loogie. Well, no, I never really learned to hawk a loogie. Sorry. I learned to play guitar and write songs and write novels, and I can write 3 novels in a month. But I can't hawk a loogie, no. And I find it awful. It's disgusting. Everything about it is gross. So today's pet peeve for me is mucus. It's not the people who have mucus. I have mucus. Not the people. They're not my pet peeve. It's the thing. And the behavior. What do you do with this mucus? You gotta expel it. So you hack it out, and then you look at it, and you think, ugh, that was in me? That was clinging to the inside of my throat? Blech. Gross. Whatever that mucus is designed to latch hold of and expel from my body, I'm glad it's out of me. Now, I don't want to get into other things that the human body expels. Because, everybody poops. That can't be a pet peeve, or else you should probably go see somebody. But mucus is, even though everybody has it, it's just as obsequious. It's just gross. And it's gross to hear and feel and sense, and everything about it is disgusting. And it's one of my pet peeves. Is it one of yours? Was it one? Is it one now? Maybe it's not one anymore. Well, if so, go outside and hawk a big loogie on me. And then come back in 2 weeks' time for another episode of Pet Peeves. I'm here Mondays, every other Monday, at noon Mountain Central Time. I alternate with my other show, Quotes and Quips, which is in its 2nd year. That's on this YouTube channel on alternating Mondays at noon Mountain Central Time. I leave reruns up of both shows, so you can always check out the reruns if you're new to the shows. There's also 2024's run of Quotes and Quips. All the reruns are still up. And there are reruns of my show, Tracking the Lone Wolf, on its own YouTube show, or YouTube channel, Tracking the Lone Wolf. You can watch reruns of that. I suggest you subscribe to make it easier to find. Subscribe to this channel to make these videos easier to find. Read my books, check out my website. Don't forget my new pop album for the year, I'm Possible. Tune in again, and until then, bye, Mary.